Okay, hello all. Happy Fool is here. Hope you can see me and hear me. Let's see how this works today. Okay. Welcome all. This is Quitting Caffeine Support Live, and I'm Anni, Happy Fool, and I'm ex-heavy caffeine addict. And this live is for everyone who is trying to quit caffeine, or if you are still using caffeine and you are trying to quit caffeine, just know that you are not alone. I'm here to support you, and I'm gonna stay forever quit. I'm now little bit over 2 years caffeine free, and life is good, my friend. Friends, life is good, but I know that struggle. Hell of a journey it can be, definitely. What do you think about that? But anyway, I'm very happy to see you and hear how are you doing, how many days you are caffeine free, how many months, how many years. And in the future, I'm gonna do like these lives, like every live in 1 month, like every month's last Sunday, because I have now so much other stuff to do. So I don't do these now every week, but every month I will be show up here to keep company for you. And in this live, I'm gonna show you how I'm like growing my own wheatgrass, and I make a little wheatgrass shot juice, because I did promise that every live I do some caffeine-free drink. So today is wheatgrass drink, but I'm just gonna wait a little bit if somebody wants to come here in this live. Sometimes I'm here by myself in my lives, and that's also sometimes is fun. But of course, I'm very grateful for all of you, and I want to thank you also, all the subscribers, like over 300. Like that's hell of a lot of people for me. Like thank you. I would never thought that so many people will order my channel. Like this quitting caffeine, it's big stuff. You have to try it yourself. Quit the poison, and then life is good. Well, anyway, I'm joking a lot, but that's not a joke. It's real stuff. Caffeine is hell of a poison, hell of a drug, like I always said. All right, let's see if there is somebody, and if there is someone in listening this, you can put something in the chat, because I don't know if this is maybe lagging, or maybe I'm not even live. So many hours in the forest doing woods. That is very hard physical stuff. So my back is hurting a little bit because of that. But we did make a lot of woods today. So happy about that. And of course, summer is coming here in Finland. It's not all snow now anymore. So Happy Fool is happy, waiting for the summer. Darkness days are over. As you can see, there is light, because maybe if you have been following my channel, you have been seeing that there was always dark in these times. But now is more light, and it continues. Day even continues to get longer here in Finland. So basically, we have very dark winters, and summertime we have a lot of light. You are also little light, my friend there. Remember that you can do anything you want. Anything. You are amazing whoever you are, remember that. That's also one message that I want to share in my channel, that you are amazing. But sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we think that we are piece of crap, but we are not. And then if we have a lot of anxiety, it can make hell of a lot harder. But just, anxiety, it doesn't last forever. Some point anxiety will go away, and then it feels like you have time so much more for everything, because there is no intrusive thoughts in your head or anything else weird stuff what can happen in caffeine withdrawal journey. As we all know, someday you are free from that drug. But now I'm gonna also link my Discord link. If you are not still in my Discord, you can join there if you want. We have there very nice support group where each of us, we can support each other. Hi there. Hi, how are you? So I'm gonna link that Discord link there. I always try to as much as I can, but there is so many wonderful people there who are helping also. So very, very grateful for all of you who are there. Oh, that's nice. I send you a lot of support. Yes, tapering can be the good way to go for some people. Cold turkey can be sometimes, it can be too much, but sometimes for some people that can happen, if that like happens, that you have been like overusing caffeine like I did, and then someday I just went kind of a panic, and that can happen. But I didn't even know that caffeine was a drug. Yes, I sure believe that. That's why that would be probably, for me, would be very hard, because I'm not so good that I'm pretty much like all or nothing. But I don't recommend for anyone that kind of suffering that I went through, because if you are like any other hard drug, if you are very high dose of that, it can be brutal when you cold turkey. But here I am alive. So hi, how are you? How is quitting caffeine going? But yes, anyways, for some people, cold turkey works for best. So, we are different. I'm good. I'm enjoying so much, like, because summer is coming and spring is coming, and I can do my gardening. Well, my boyfriend understands, because we did quit caffeine same time. But my boyfriend still, he smokes, but he also have been like, he did quit all the caffeine, so he understands, because he experienced also that depression and anxiety. Even he didn't have like those heavy symptoms that I did have so much. But my like my some relatives, they understand, but they drink heavy amounts of caffeine, so they cannot understand that's way how I'm feeling. That, like, nobody actually can understand until they don't go through that themselves. But I'm happy that my boyfriends understand and you understand. So that's why I did make this YouTube channel. Yes, that's good plan. Definitely. because we never, I didn't thought how strong drug caffeine was. Like I couldn't even like imagine that, because I was like, I was using like very heavily that. But now I understand that every issues that I have, allergies, asthma, stomach issues, anxiety, OCD, all those were in my case caused by caffeine, and now I don't have any of those. So for me, I did suffer like so many years, almost all of my life, and this was the solution, for free solution. But I thought always like, maybe when I fix my diet, or maybe when I do this supplement or that, or maybe if I try this one, I'm gonna be better. But if there is one reason, big reason, that is causing the problem, it's you can go pretty far with that poison. You can go in your 40s, your 50s, 60s, maybe. It depends how much you are. I think some point it can be that there comes wall front of you where, and like that's why the sooner you can quit, the better it is, I think. But these are just my own thoughts. Yes, that's amazing if you have avoided the physical symptoms, because that's like a huge stuff. Brain fog also will ease with time. You can always say to yourself like, this will pass. Even I know it's hard. For me, I was like, I was bad. I was very bad. Like that first year, I don't even remember much of that now, because there wasn't really anything to good. But now I'm very happy, even that year of suffering, because I know it was all healing. And now I understand also, I have studied about those dopamine receptors a little bit. I understand better, because I read also somewhere that some people, it can take like up to 18 to 24 months until the dopamine receptors like settle down, if you have been heavy user all your life. Like, of course it depends how much you have been using and how many years. But if like myself, I did use since very young childhood, lots of caffeine. So in my my case, definitely those dopamine receptors, it took time to settle down. And now I understand also, because dopamine, it's not that only that motivation receptor. It affects everything. It affects your movements. It affects your heart, your blood flowing. It affects many stuff. It affects your learning stuff. So for me, that all makes sense, because I did have like that hell of a lack of motivation. I did have problems with my coordination, with my balance. And for me, that's very strange, because that wasn't the case when I was using caffeine. I was always very athletic, doing a lot of stuff. And then when I quit, I couldn't barely even function. I couldn't even think about dancing, or even like some gentle yoga was hard to me, because my head didn't function. But maybe some of you understand, if you if you have had a lot of brain fog and dizziness and um, depersonalization and stuff like that, then it can be very hard to function. But that will pass, and it will go away. What is the main problem or symptom you still have? Like the symptoms that I still experience, or that I did have like before. Because now I feel that I'm pretty good, but I'm not there, the joyful part. If you have watched Cato video, Cato always, he speaks in his videos that he felt happy, then completely happy, and then joyful. So I think I'm there completely happy. And this third year for me, I think after that I will be there joyful. So for me, what I'm still having, it's that like I don't have that nostalgic feelings all the time. Sometimes I have them, but I still have back some memories and feelings of joy, like that, that joy that I did have in a child, where I can just, when I'm, for example, listening some music, I can just like you be in that flow. And sometimes, because I think my hormones are still healing, sometimes I have a little bit anxiety, like before my periods, but it's mild and it's getting milder and milder every month. So I don't know if I understood the question, but I think the anxiety it was definitely worst symptom, and the longer lasting symptom in my journey. And under that was a lot of tiredness, fatigue. I did have almost that too. It was always there. Even I did function. I did do a lot of stuff. I did exercise, but not like I would want it, because I did always get so tired. So I did have, I don't know if that was like adrenal fatigue or what fatigue it was, but now that fatigue is gone. So I don't know what that all was, but anyway, maybe I'm talking too much, but now I'm gonna show you that wheatgrass. I'm gonna just put this here, so maybe you can see there what I have. Okay, so this is pretty easy to grow. I don't know if you see me here. This is the wheatgrass that I have been growing. So this is a little bit like messy here, but this is ready, so I can make juice from this. And now I'm gonna show you how to grow that in your own house. So what you need is dirt. I have this tube where I have that, and then you need some plate, and then you need some wheat seeds. I have these little ones, and I have been putting these have been overnight in the water. So yes, so okay, so first you're gonna put that dirt here in the plate. Maybe 3 centimeters you need to put this. So you don't need to put very much. And if you have like organic dirt is always the better. I have like normal one. So I put basically like 3 centimeters maybe. It's not like that. You don't have to be so strict for that. And then you just put that there. Okay. This is interesting. I haven't done this in my life, never. Okay, then here is the wheat. And remember, wheatgrass doesn't contain any gluten, so it's gluten-free because the gluten comes later for that. And these you can put a lot of. You can put a lot of these, like maybe 2 cups, two little cups. I always put like, I don't measure these. I just put some, because if every seed will grow one of those green ones, and then also you put a little bit water there. So basically this much it's pretty okay. And these seeds are very cheap. These doesn't cost much. Like maybe 1 bag of these seeds cost like 3 euros. So this drink is very cheap if you compare to caffeine, which is, I think it's hell of a expensive. Why the hell we would wanna buy that poison? Okay, so then you have this, and then you just put this like somewhere to dark overnight, and I put always some paper. This is dirty stuff. Paper here, like front of that, and that's it. Okay, and then I'm gonna put that here. Waiting. Okay, let's see what you have been writing there. Yes, totally worth it, definitely. Okay, then I'm gonna show you how you can, and I'm not expert of this. I'm just doing this like first time in my life now, so I'm learning this stuff. That's why I did move here in the forest, so I can learn to grow my own food and stuff. But basically this is like grass, and this tastes like grass. I don't know if I like grass taste, but anyway. So you can just scissors, and you cut these. You cut these. This is a little bit difficult to cut this because, but it's not, life is not so serious. The main thing is that you try and you do your best. We don't always have to be masters of everything. We can just like try stuff. Okay, so I think this is not gonna be so much juice from this. It's gonna be a very little. So basically I can still grow another one from this when I put water there. So there is my my little wheatgrass. And now I'm gonna just, I'm gonna just make the juice for this. So wait a second. I'm gonna this. This is gonna last a little time. This is not like, you don't make very much, only this little of juice. This little of juice is here. So, but I didn't make more this time. Only showing you what kind of juice is this. Like, it's very, very green stuff, dark green, and it tastes like a grass. But you can take this kind of shot in the morning if you wanna. If you can take this for the multivitamin. Wheatgrass is very, very nutritious. Many people can take this for cancer. This can help you like to cure all kind of stuff. That because my English, my poor English doesn't always be enough to explain. So yes, so let's taste this. Bleh. Ugh. Well, I wouldn't do this every day, but I like to learn things. So I did wanna try to learn this by myself because this is I can always buy this. I have there some what I have bought, but it's very different stuff when you make it yourself. So this is much more heavier stuff when you make it yourself. So, but anyway, this was like today's today's drink. Maybe next time I'm gonna do that saga one. Oh, thank you. I speak only Finnish, English, a little bit Spanish, and a little bit Swedish. So, but I did learn to speak the English like when I started to do this YouTube channel and when I just started to speak with people. Before that, I wasn't so good at English. No, Danish. No, sorry. But and remember, always drink a lot of water when you wake up in the morning, so that can help you detox. When you quit caffeine, your body's gonna start to detox from those toxins. And when we live this life, there is a lot of toxins that we consume, like in the air or all those toxins. So you can help your body to detox also when you eat healthy and you drink a lot of water. But you probably already know all that. And about diet, I have been speaking about that, but like we are all different, so I cannot say what kind of diet works for you. But for me, I eat animal fats, like I eat meat, I eat berries, I eat some veggies, and I eat some fruits, and sometimes I eat some ice cream like sugar, but I don't eat any kind of caffeine. That's the point. And maybe some point I will quit sugar for good, but because sugar also is stimulant and it can cause also a lot of issues. But in my life, in my journey, I was many years without any sugar. I have quit sugar many times in my lives. It never didn't cure me. Like I did still have my OCD and a lot of issues because caffeine was causing those. So for me, quitting sugar didn't fix my thing, and I don't have sugar withdrawal. Sugar withdrawals for me, it's like I have one day that I crave sugar, but like caffeine withdrawals in my journey took 2 years. So if I compare to that, but anyway, for you, if you can stay away from sugar, it's always good because it's stimulant, of course. But I just wanted to share how it was in my journey. It didn't solve my problems, and one thing at a time for some of us. So, and also alcohol I haven't took in this journey. So I don't have sugar. Is now only drug that I sometimes use. Don't worry. I will be hanging here like every month, last Sunday, but I will do other kind of lives also. But this stuff I always love because then I can get to see you, my friends. Caffeine quitters. Yes. I felt that when after I did quit caffeine, I did like my appetite like went more normal because I did have a lot of like I don't say that eating disorder, but when I was using a lot of caffeine, it was for me like a gay drug. So I did crave sugar more and chocolate. I was heavy chocolate addict also. So I never was like I can take just one piece of chocolate and be okay. I was like, if I take one piece, I did have to take a lot of more. So chocolate, definitely, of course, it contains caffeine, and the more darker it is, the more caffeine it's in chocolate. But it is addictive. So for me, it's no chocolate, no chocolate. I don't wanna use that. Never. Even I know that I could eat white chocolate. I don't want to eat that because then I would probably crave sugar more and more. Yeah, thank you. I'm very grateful that I have been doing this, and of course so grateful that I did healed. That for me, I was so long sure that maybe my brain was damaged, because that's how I felt, that my brain was injured or damaged, but now I'm better than I could thought. So human brains are, and those neurotransmitters in the brain, it's amazing how they start to communicate again after addiction. It just starts to happen. And what we are feeling, it can be crazy, because it can be like so scary. And I know many people have a lot of fear, like what's going on, because if you have never had mental illness before, and even if you have, these withdrawals can be very, very different than what you have experienced. So just know that brain knows what have to do when you quit the drug, and you will recover. But if you still use the drug, then it can be that you recover it's maybe longer. So I would say my advice would be like, stay away from caffeine when you quit. Like don't don't put that in your system if you just can. Yes, that can be the issue. Yes, me too. I don't have money to. That's also expensive stuff if we use that too much. But water is good. And now basically how I start my day, it's I take a little bit salt. I can show you what kind of salt I'm taking. I like to take this Himalayan pink salt. And also if I have to do a lot of physical work, like today after doing woodwork, I can take a little bit salt always, or you can put salt also in your water. So it's good to have those minerals, because I have water filter, so I filter my water. So in this water there is no minerals, so I need to minerals that I need. So you need to have salt, good quality salt. Remember that there is very different quality of salts. Not every salt is not the same. So find the good quality of salt. So it's good. And sometimes when I did have like anxiety before I did go bed, or intrusive thoughts, because in my journey I did have a lot of intrusive thoughts always, also before I was going to bed. So I always have in my evening table, I have no evening table, night table, I have a little bit salt. So before bed I sometimes take a little bit salt, and I felt that it did help me a little bit with that. But only thing that really did help was time. So sorry, don't have magic tools, but you can try. Maybe you have the cure in this. Maybe you have cure in this caffeine withdrawal stuff, but I didn't have any. Only time. So yes, that's one thing that I have been also, like, I did wonder, because and I have to do a lot of forgiveness to myself, because when I was realizing that how much caffeine caused me that impulsive behavior and angriness and rage, not just mental illness, like not just OCD, but that impulsive behavior and and I was like angry without reason, without knowing. I was always thought that it's a trauma that caused that. It's trauma doing that or something. But like, of course, trauma can do that. It can trigger a lot of behavior. But my case, caffeine was triggering the angriness. And also what I have been feeling, that now when I'm not there in the fight or flight state, many people maybe experience this after quitting caffeine, because your parasympathetic nervous system is there to calm you, and you are not there in the like all the time in that stimulated state. Your body can release trauma maybe more naturally. Your emotions start to flow more naturally, because when you are fight or flight, your body doesn't have time to solve trauma. Then your body only what it does, it will keep you going, it keep your heart pumping, it doesn't care like your recovery then when you are fight or flight, because fight or flight, you have to that's there because we have that system in our brain, that very primitive system that's supposed to save us when the danger is there. But in this modern society, like, we are basically in that state all the time, and that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be like calming and activating, like not there all the time, like going, because then what happened is you're gonna crash in some point. Some people, they can keep going like almost forever before they crash, but I couldn't. I'm glad that I did crash, because I was too hype all the time. And many people doesn't know that caffeine is a drug, and that is wrong. People should have that knowledge. Yes, I don't know about that. I would hope that, because I'm not the smartest one, like, so that would be very, very nice to have. Yeah, for me, definitely it's have to be without caffeine for rest of my life, because otherwise I would, even if I would continue my caffeine consume, I would have to become even dumber and dumber, and but maybe because we are all different, we are all different. It affects, caffeine also affects, like, for some people more sensitive like me, and others, who knows, they can just keep going. I don't know, but just like, if you know that it's bad for you, then I always like recommend you to try to quit that poison. Yes, that's true. Caffeine companies are sponsoring those, so it's money that means money that what like, because it's hell of a lot money that is in their business. Yes, they claim. That's true, Jaakko. Like, there is a lot of in sometimes I always, when I buy some woman's magazine, I did buy one like recently, and there was like that one article about that caffeine doesn't cause you dehydration, and there was like it was like crazy. They were saying like you can drink as much as caffeine and it doesn't cause you problems. Like, what the hell? Like, it's always like very romanticized, and like, you know how it is, like how mainstream media does that, and there is those articles that those people who drinks over 5 cups a day, they live longer. Well, I don't think that I would have lived very long in my caffeine use, but I don't know. But I don't wanna start to study that stuff. So it's crazy stuff in those articles, and I don't know how they make those studies, like how they make make those studies that how people live longer when they drink over 5 cups a day. Like, for me, it's like it doesn't make any sense. Yes, indeed. Listen your own body, because it knows. That's for me. It's actually it's very nice when body tells you, when you have those intrusive thoughts or anything like heavy anxiety or something, that when if caffeine is causing issues. For some people it even doesn't cause so much issues, but for me, so it was like my body was already giving me sign that now I'm maybe doing something, there's something going on, and these are the signs, but I just didn't know what was causing those signs. So I'm very happy that I did get this journey, and I did. Now I have educated myself more and I understand more about those neurotransmitters, but not so much that I could in this English explain for you. But you know those stuff, and you can Google about those. So, and Caffeine Blues book, of course, there is a lot of info about that, and there is info about dangers of caffeine. You just have to find that. Yes, that's true. Yes, because when you start to listen your body, it's gonna be always the win-win for you. Even when you start to drink less caffeine, I think you can already benefit for that. I don't know, but like when if we lose that ability to listen our body, we can be like all over the place, and our body is always there for us. It's always, if we take some poison, our body basically what it does is like it's gonna deal with that, and when it cannot deal with that, it's start to restore that. So it's gonna put the poison somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna put it there and there, your tissues, your like wherever it can. So body always is like there for us, but sometimes we don't remember listen that. But no need to blame, because this is journey that we are all in this journey. So I think it's amazing how much actually body can take, how much body can deal with stuff. That's pretty amazing. And how much body can deal with trauma, even if we have like some heavy traumatic stuff in our life, our body still are there to save us. And that's pretty amazing. Even it's very hard to live with after trauma if you don't have the tools to release that and and so on. But our body is doing what it knows. Yes, me too. I think I still have a long way to go, and I'm learning also that still, even I have been doing TRE long time, that helps me to release that trauma, but I still always find that there is something else in my body, like it's almost like peeling an onion. When the one layer is off, there can come some others, and we also carry like traumas for our ancestors and our mothers and fathers. It's like there is a lot of unknown in our body that we are not aware. Also traumas and stuff, like for example, like many people have that fear of war. So also those war traumas can be there, like ancestor traumas. And I think there was some study about those people who have been in the Holocaust, and their children, that they have some higher stress levels, like even after they born or something like that. So it really makes sense that trauma is, we have like not just our trauma, but the other trauma also. Sorry if my English, I don't know how to explain this right, but hope you did understand something, like you probably know this. Hi Lisa. Hi. So Finglish. Nyt ruvetaan puhumaan suomea. Suomea ja Savoa ruvetaan puhumaan. Olin tänään mehtähommissa. Okay, I'm not gonna start to speak Finnish because I do pronounce my name Anni. Anni. It's like this is bottle, in Finnish pullo. Pullosta vettä. Tämä on vesipullo. Okay, so Finnish is it's difficult. What do you wanna learn? Caffeine in Finnish is kofeiini. And what else I could teach you? Like hello, how are you is terve, mitä kuuluu? So it's hola, ¿qué tal? But Finnish is, most people say that it's very hard to learn if you haven't born here. Yes, thank you for being here. Maybe see you other time. Have a nice day or evening. I'm good, thank you. I'm happy that we did make woods today, so next winter we don't have to be freezing here. So bye. Good but tired, I could say. I have one goal. I don't know, you always have to make little goals. If you are quitting caffeine, you can take like that goal that you're gonna just 1 week more. I did take that, like when I was like very bad, I just like, for me it was like, okay, I'm gonna go 1 more week. But then when you get better, you can take more goals. Like now my goal is like to be better shape, because I went in my journey to bad shape because I didn't have strength to do exercise so much that I did once. So now in this coming year, my next goal is to do more workouts that I love to do. I love to do Pilates and yoga and just being outside, do gardening. But whatever you have, when you have some goal, you can always take some little goal, and that helps you keeps going. Sorry to hear. Tiredness, that's what it is, like hell of a lot tiredness. But just know it will pass. It's, for me, I never have been that kind of tired in my life ever, what I did experience in caffeine withdrawal. But that make really sense, because my body was really, really tired. I was stimulating all the time. this. So anyway, it takes, for some of us, it takes time to that we have our strength back. But that will happen. That will happen definitely. So don't worry. And even if you have been watching my, like those previous lives, like in some of those lives I was also still having brain fog, but I still wanted to do this, even I wasn't like completely healed. But I just like realized that this is so big thing, and many people are suffering this issue. So that's why I just try to keep going. And when I did do those lives, even I wasn't like healed, it did give me hope. And when I did have bad days, yes, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy about symptoms, how they can be like, you can feel that you go back in the beginning, like it hits you, and then when you have a good day, you are like, wow, this is how it should be. Like, I have like tons of energy, and you are sharp, your brain is sharp, and then again, anxiety, when it comes, it's like shitty stuff, and that's kind how it can go. But like, some point, anxiety will end, and it's not gonna come back. But if you start to use drugs again, or some people say, if they start to use alcohol in this journey, it can mess up your neurotransmitters. So if you can just stay away from all kind of drugs, so you don't interrupt your healing journey, so definitely that can help you to heal. But we are different. Maybe some people, they can take a drink every now and then, but I don't want to try that yet. I don't know if I ever will, but I think in this life I have said everything. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna do too long lives, but very grateful for all of you, and thank you for being there, and thank you for always coming here, and all the beautiful words and things that you have been saying to me. It means everything to me. Kiitos, kun kävit. So see you and have a nice day, and let's enjoy the coming summer. Thank you very much. Almost I start to cry, but anyway, I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna see you in Discord. Come there if you want. So bye bye.